Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Rider. Today we're testing out the Sym JoyMax Z Plus 125. So here it is, the Sym JoyMax Z Plus 125. It is a 125 scooter, naturally one cylinder. We have about 14 horsepower. The weight is fairly high. I think it's 172 kilos. Yes, a pretty nice little 125 scooter. You don't have to sit like on a toilet. You can sit like a little bit in a sporty position with this one. It is pretty nice. It does have ABS. It does not have traction control. It has fairly, at least it looks like it, a fairly large underseat compartment. Unfortunately, my full-sized helmet, Shark Evo Line 2, does not fit under there in any position. But maybe a smaller jet helm, two small jet helmets would actually fit in there, or at least two jet helmets definitely can fit underneath the seat. So let's get to the controls. On the left hand side we have the rear brake lever. We have the passing light switch here, the yellow one for passing. You have the hazard light switch right here, which is kind of a slide. We have the high beam, low beam switch here, and we have a blinker switch left and right, which is pretty nice quality. We have the horn here. On the right hand side we have the kill switch, and we have the starter switch. Of course, we also have the throttle and the left front brake lever. In the middle we have the ignition switch, which is kind of weirdly positioned, I should say. It is positioned a little bit to the right, so maybe it is made for people with right-handers. Yeah, that's what it is, and unfortunately it's not a keyless go system. So this is the display. On the left-hand side we have the speedometer. On the right hand side we have the RPM counter. In the middle we have the multifunction display, LCD display. On the left hand side you see the fuel in the tank. On the right hand side you see the coolant temperature. In the middle you have the clock. You can switch that around by pressing the left button, or the right button from the left buttons. No, the left button from the right button, sorry. You can switch around to battery voltage and clock. Down below you can switch from total mileage to trip mileage to oil mileage, and that's about it. And that's all there's to it, to the display. So storage space we have on the left hand side, we don't have anything, it's just closed up. On the right hand side we have a cubby hole, which is fairly large, and at the end of the compartment you have a USB 3.0 connection. You can open up the seat here. The seat opens up like this, and this is what the seat looks like from the inside. It looks fairly large, but as I said, it is not that large actually. 2 jet helmets, 2 small full-sized helmets, I would say fit in there. But no, as I said, my Shark Evoline 2 does not fit in there. We also have a courtesy light in the trunk space there. Yes, so this is the Sym JoyMax Z Plus 125. We'll take it back to the dealer now, and I'll show you a little bit around how it rides, how it handles, and so forth. So, in order to turn it on, we just turn it to the right, and there you see the display. Let's turn it on. Basically starts up like any other scooter. So the seating position is actually, I do think that the seating position is better than on the bigger brother, the Maxim 400, which I just test rode. This feels better. I'm 175. I feel more comfortable on this. And the seat is pretty nice, pretty plush, pretty comfy. It has a lumbar support kind of thingy, but it is kind of angled, so you have a little teeny tiny bit more space, I think, than on the 400. You can use the toilet position on this scooter, or just put your feet to the front so it rides, or you feel more like a sporty rider. And I do like that on scooters where you can actually place your feet a little bit to the front. Other than that, the handling in the curves is very nice actually, although it doesn't have the biggest wheels in the world. I'm not sure, I have to check, maybe it's 14 inch or so. I will put it on the screen for you. But it handles really nice in the curves here, and it is very stable. Also, you will see it's pretty windy today once again, so I can tell you already on the highway it is also very stable. It feels safe. Unfortunately, as I said, we have very windy conditions, and so I cannot really test anything about the windscreen. The windscreen apparently is adjustable into positions, but only by using tools, meaning you have to unscrew these screws to use a different position. On the bigger brother, the Maxim 400, you don't need tools for the changing of the height of the windshield. You just use your fingers, your hands, and you can adjust it into positions. That's no problem. The price for this one without registration here in Spain is 3,999 euro, plus registration is 4,200. So it is from the size, from the storage space wise and everything, definitely comparable with a bigger 125 scooter, maybe like the Ford, the 125. Although the seating, the storage space underneath the seat, unfortunately, is not as big as I had hoped for. It looks big, but one big full-size helmet can actually not fit in there. Yeah, it has a regular 125 power. It has 14 horsepower, I think, which is actually not too bad, but unfortunately this one weighs quite a bit. It weighs 172 kilos, and therefore it is heavier than all the other 125 scooters, and so you notice that actually in the performance that it's not so speedy. The cockpit looks a little bit more pleasant to my taste, to my eyes, than the 400. It looks a little bit better. On the 400 it looked really cheap. This one looks cheap but not that cheap, so I would definitely prefer this instrument panel over the Maxim 400 here. Yeah, this one only has ABS. It does not have traction control. That is also a difference, of course price wise as well, to the 400. This does not have traction control here. The brakes are very nice. Let's do a brake test here. Yeah, they are very strong brakes, good brakes. Nothing to complain about the brakes here. So all in all, I can already say, I mean, since I've been riding it for half an hour already, that it is actually pretty nice. If you're in the market for a 125 scooter, and it rides nicely. The handling, agility and all that is here. The only little gripe that I have, the underseat storage is not as big as I thought it was, and also the yeah, the performance, of course, 100. So yeah, the performance, I think, speaks for itself already. It's not really that powerful. It takes quite a long time to get up to 100. You actually think, or you wonder, oh, is it going to go up to 100 or not? So yeah, the highway performance is not good, but from the riding kind of and the comfort, it is very nice. Actually, you feel safe. I don't know how the windscreen actually puts the wind over your helmet. If it wasn't so windy today, then it wouldn't be so bad, I guess. But the total comfort on the faster roads is not too bad, except for the performance, of course. It is a fairly comfortable, nice scooter, and as I said, I pointed out the things that I don't really like, that I'm kind of worried about, but other than that, it is pretty nice, actually. About the price, yeah, the price is more like a maxi scooter already. It's not really like a little teeny tiny 125 scooter price, but I mean, you have to know for yourself if that is worth to you or not, Anyways, that's the Sym JoyMax Z Plus 125. My short little quick review about what it can do, what it cannot do. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.